Hello, hello. I know it's on Monday, but I just felt really strongly that I needed to share this today, so here I am. I posted a few days ago about jasmine and how I have always loved it, and it's just always made me feel really good, and I finally dove into why that is. Because a lot of the things, if you read about jasmine, it talks about like aphrodisiac, sexuality, that kind of stuff, which not that it doesn't affect that, but I knew that's not why I loved it so much. I knew there was something on a deeper level that made me love it, that when I put it on and I just felt so happy and grounded and myself and wonderful, that there was more to it than just sexuality stuff. I knew that wasn't how it was affecting me. And so when I made that post, I was reading through, I think I have 5 different oil books that I was reading through and researching and looking into jasmine to find out why I loved it so much. And the one that really, really stuck out to me and rang true to me was from this book. Sorry about the baby noises. Life. But this is The Emotional Guide to Aromatherapy and Vibrational Healing. And it has a lot of different uses for jasmine and a lot of different reasons why it's so awesome. But the one that stuck out to me the most was it says, jasmine increases the courage you need to embrace the magnificent person you truly are. And I'd never really thought about that consciously, about wanting to embrace myself the way that I am, but I think it's something we all struggle with. I think it's human nature to have things that we think we need to fix even if we don't, or things that we struggle with about ourselves. And so for me, I got thinking about it a little more after I read that, and it hit a nerve with me. And I got thinking about it, and there are so many different reasons why I love that, and I feel like that rings true for me. And I was thinking about it like when I met my husband, and even more recently than that, but I know it was really strong back then. I felt like the only way that I could be pretty and have guys want to date me or anything like that, I had to straighten my hair and I had to do all this makeup and spend hours getting ready and all this stuff. I didn't feel like I could wear my hair in my natural curly and have anyone think like, oh, she's beautiful. I felt like I had to go to all this trouble and hide all of that stuff to feel like I was beautiful. And I feel like I'm doing a lot better job not feeling like that these days. I'm sure you've noticed I wear my hair curly a lot more. I don't wear as much makeup as I used to. I mean, some days I do. It depends how I feel. Some days it's fun. But for the most part, I don't wear anywhere near as much makeup as I used to, several years ago. And so I feel like I'm really starting to accept that part of myself. I thought that I could only love my body if it was a certain size. I was really, really skinny when I first met my husband. And I know you're probably looking at me going, you're not fat. What are you talking about? And I know I'm not fat. But I was really skinny when we first met. If you go back and look at our wedding pictures, like I was teeny tiny. And I got, I gained a little bit of weight after we got married. It was nothing crazy, but then obviously getting pregnant and not losing all of my pregnancy weight postpartum, I still haven't lost all my pregnancy weight. I'm still like 20 pounds away from where I was before I got pregnant with Ben, and I was even skinnier before that. So, and not that I ever wanted, I don't need to be that skinny again. I don't. I feel a lot more confident now, but I still, I would like to get back to where I feel healthy and good about myself, but I think it's still been a journey realizing even though my body's not necessarily where I'm comfortable with it, where I'm used to being, I can still love my body and accept myself the way I am. And one of the big things for that, when I gain weight, I gain it in my curvy areas, my butt, my hips, my thighs, and it used to make me really self-conscious to wear shorts when I felt like that area of me wasn't very slim. And I told myself I wasn't going to be miserable all summer wearing pants when it's 95 degrees outside. If I want to wear shorts and a tank top and be comfortable, I'm going to, and I'm not going to make or let myself feel bad about that. So I feel like that's one of the things that I'm learning to embrace and love about myself, just the way that I am. I talked about this in the article that I posted, that Enlightened Hood posted on their page, but I don't parent the way that I thought I would. I thought that I was going to be this person that got, baby interruption, that got my baby in this perfect routine, and he would be immediately sleeping through the night and all this stuff, and I was just going to be this perfect parent. And I think we all fall into that trap until we have kids, and I haven't done any of that stuff. Ben still needs me to sleep. He still wakes up all the time in the night, and he's almost 15 months old. My approach to parenting, I feel really confident and good about it now, but it was definitely an adjustment for me to accept that even though I wasn't doing parenting stuff like crying it out and all the stuff that you're supposed to do to have a good baby and all that stuff, I didn't want to talk about it first. I didn't want to tell anybody that none of that stuff was going on in our house because it embarrassed me that we weren't at that place. And I'm learning to accept all of that stuff. My business, when I first started, I felt like I had to be this super professional person who had it all together and had everything figured out, and I knew everything about the oils, and I just was this, the epitome of what a successful person I thought should be. That's not true at all. There are so many successful people that I know now and have come across that they're just being their authentic, messy, crazy selves, and they find success that way, and I'm trying to embrace that part of myself. I realize everything I post online doesn't have to be perfect. I don't always have to have my makeup on and my hair done and all that stuff and present this flawless whatever it is that I'm doing. I can just be me, and my messy version of myself is good enough. That's all that I need to be. I no longer associate my identity with the religion that I was raised in, which is really hard when everybody your friends and your family, all still do. They all still participate in that religion and love that religion, and I respect and love that for them. But I've chosen something different for my life, and that's not always easy. It's a hard path to do something different than you're raised to do and that everybody expects you to do. And so I got thinking about all of these things, and it really made me realize why I love jasmine so much, why I feel so good when I put it on, because even subconsciously, just feeling that ability to love and accept myself just the way I am is really powerful. There's a reason that for months and months my favorite oil hasn't changed. When every morning I walk in here to decide what oil I'm going to wear, I'm putting on jasmine. I might combine it with something else, but I'm always putting on jasmine. I love this oil, and I will never go without it. I want to be able to accept myself exactly the way I am, and to have this beautiful, beautiful tool that helps me do that. I love it. So if any of you resonate with any of the things I said, if you're struggling to accept yourself or your decisions or anything about your life and it's hard and you just need a little bit of support, I really encourage you to look into jasmine. It is amazing. Obviously, my DMs are always open. I would love to talk to you, support you in any way that I can. I love you all, and I hope you have an awesome day.